Thursday, May 14th. We're getting it in. I'm keeping it up. We're doing this GRZY on the daily. It's happening. It's getting better, piece by piece. Just making sure my audio's on. Anyway, time to focus. A lot of times we don't make the progress we need to make because we're dipping and dabbling in different pies and pots and things. Well, sometimes you have to focus, and that's an acronym. Focus, follow one channel until success. So that's what I'm doing. One channel. Maybe as part of this 100. Focus one channel, meaning one channel, one vehicle. That being PodIQ, and just blowing it up. So anyway, we're gonna break that down. We're gonna break that down today. That'll be the focus of what we're doing today, is looking at PodIQ, looking at our framework that we've designated for the 100 challenge, how that breaks out across the 100 minutes, the 100 posts, the 100 emails, and then how we're gonna focus. Well, for me, I'm gonna focus because I got multiple businesses and I sometimes lose focus. So we're gonna keep focus. We're gonna look at that framework, follow one channel until success, and we're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down for me, and we're gonna break it down for you, all right? Let's get it in, no time to waste. Let's go, this is the GRZY.
Get it by any means. Yeah, get it by any means. Hands on the wheel, no sleep in my dreams. Oil in the tank, I'm cut from the sheen. Paper like pipes and the pipes run clean. YouTube clips, I study the scene. Clicks turn a kick to a tax lien queen. Stock chart jump when the news get mean. I read that red like a prophecy machine. For a one.
That's the word of the day. So I'm on this journey to reach 7 figures with PodIQ by end of year, taking a new entity, new project, new product to 7 figures. And it requires a level of focus. When I say that, there's this acronym. Follow one channel until success. Focus. To tell you honestly, I had 4 companies. None of them failing per se. But there's this old saying is that you can't water all your plants and expect one of them to grow into a tree. You gotta choose your tree and then water that tree. And the rest of the plants gotta go. So, I've chosen my tree. Network.ai, the platform, and our lead product is going to be PodIQ. So that is where we're going. I had an events business. I had e-commerce platform with merch, and then I had some service businesses. All of them doing well. But to tell you the truth, I could do without them. Sometimes you have to beware of the success you build. And so I looked at all the other businesses and thought to myself, which one of these businesses would you be most sad if it went away? Would you be most disappointed, or would leave the biggest gap? And I think in a lot of regards, Network.ai is that. And PodIQ is gonna be our lead product. We have already, established that. So anyway, today is the stripping, today is the winding down of all these things. So I'm already going through different aspects of our operations on the other businesses and unwinding things. But anyway, I think a lot of entrepreneurs find themselves in the same predicament. You got all these businesses, and at some point you have to key in. lock in, buckle down, choose the one. So I'm doing a little bit of an episode on it. I'm actually focusing in a number of ways. I'm focusing on the businesses, but I'm also focusing on the format, how we're doing this. So you'll see a couple of different changes. One is gonna be single camera. We're even just gonna focus in terms of our format. Single camera, not making it complicated. Anyway, that's gonna be the subject of today. We're gonna break it down and spend some time on how to focus. Follow one channel until success, all right? Still on the grind. Welcome to the GRZY. All right, we're back. This is the GRZY, and today we're gonna focus. We got one cam, one view, one line, one business. Listen, focus. Follow one channel until success. It's one of the most cited frameworks in entrepreneurship and one of the most violated. The reason is simple. The same qualities that make someone a great entrepreneur, curiosity, drive, the ability to see opportunities everywhere, those are the exact qualities that make focus brutally difficult. When you can build almost anything, the discipline to build only one thing is the hardest skill you will ever develop. This episode makes the case for focus as an active, aggressive strategy, not a limitation, and grounds it in personal decision. The choice to leave behind an events business, a creative media business, an apparel business, and an e-com operation in order to go in on network.ai. I'm all in. AI for all in, they say. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. We have our platform. We have our lead product, PodIQ. We've got a commitment to take it to 7 figures by end of year. Now, that decision was not made because my other businesses were failing. It was made because they were competing for the same finite resource, attention, in a world where attention is the actual currency of execution. Spreading it across 4 businesses means you're giving each one a fraction of what it needs to break through. This episode is about founder reflection, a framework, a challenge. What is your one channel? What are you willing to do or stop doing to follow it all the way to success? Let's talk about it. This is the GRZY. All right. Today's episode is personal. No commercial breaks, no nonsense, no bullshit. Today, we're just getting down to the practical facts of the matter, and it starts with this acronym. F-O-C-U-S. Focus. Follow one channel until success. Now listen, those 6 words sound simple, but not so simple. In fact, for a certain kind of entrepreneur, the one who can see opportunities in everything, build almost anything, has the energy and ideas and capability to run multiple things at once, listen, focus can be the hardest discipline in business. Not the hardest skill, the hardest discipline. Because it's not about what you can do. It's about what you choose to stop doing. Here's the reframe I want you to carry through this episode. Focus is not a limitation. It is not a compromise. It is not what you do when you have run out of options or energy or ideas. It is the most aggressive, intentional, high-conviction strategy a multi-business entrepreneur can employ. Because it says, I believe in this one thing so much that I am willing to bet all my available attention to it. Now, that's not playing it safe. That is the biggest bet you can make. Let me show you why. And then let me show you what it finally cost me to learn it. All right? They call this the entrepreneur's trap. Why your multi-business founders always seem to stall. See, here's what nobody tells you about running multiple businesses at the same time. The problem is not that you are bad at any of them. The problem is that every single one of them needs all of you to break through. And there's only one of you. Think about what it actually takes to move a business from operating to winning. It's not just time. It's the kind of deep, sustained, uninterrupted thinking that produces that insight that changes everything. It's the kind of product decisions that you need to make to open up your market, that positioning that finally makes the right customers find you, the partnership that creates that leverage. Listen, those moments don't come from a calendar with 4 businesses competing for the same hour. They come from the accumulated result of giving one thing your whole mind for an extended period of time. Let's do the math. If you're running 4 businesses and dividing your focus equally, each business is getting 25% of you. You're not running 4 businesses, you're running 4 businesses at 1/4 speed. And your competitors who are running 1 business, they're running at full speed every single day. So, listen, it's not just time. It's energy, creative capacity, the emotional bandwidth to make hard calls, to sit with uncomfortable problems long enough to solve them, to be fully present with your team and your customers and your product. Every additional business you're running is making a withdrawal from that account. And unlike money, that account does not earn interest while you sleep. It depletes. Listen, I'll tell you about the personal decision I made. One of the harder ones as an entrepreneur. Because I think the honest version is more useful to you. So, I had 4 businesses running simultaneously. I had my People's Republic. We have a community. We sell merchandise. We've got a Shopify store. And it's nice. It fulfills my personal motivation. We had also John Culture Club, john.cc. We had a community there of artists and really cool folks. We started a store there. The whole store community thing really works out well. Anyway, I could go on and on. But this year is the breakthrough. Instead of just kind of puttering along with nice high 6-figure businesses, I want one business to really break through that ceiling, get to 7 figures, and not be vulnerable. Be able to have enough heft on the company to sustain over a period of time. So for me, to be able to pause, focus, and really have a sustained effort to create that breakthrough, that's what I'm hoping for. And so I couldn't stop asking myself, of everything that I'm building, which one, if I gave it everything, could become the something that matters at scale? Which one has the biggest market, the sharpest need, the clearest path, and the best use of everything I actually know how to do? That answer was network.ai, and specifically PodIQ as the lead product. The one that would open the market, prove the model, and build the customer base that the rest of the platform could grow into. Anyway, that's my story. I made the call. The events business, the communities, the merchandise, e-com. Taking a step back. Winding it down. Letting it go. Not because they're wrong, but because they're not the channel. The channel. People talk about focus like it's a productivity habit, like it's a morning routine, like you download an app and suddenly you stop starting new things. Focus at the level I'm talking about, it's a little bit of a grief process. You're choosing what lives and what doesn't. And everything you're walking away from is because something you choose to build in the first place. You decide not to declutter your business like you're cleaning out a closet. You're making a bet with your actual time here on earth. That weight is supposed to be there. If it's easy to let go of, you probably should have let go of it a long time ago. But here's what I know now that I didn't know when I was running 4 things. The business I walked away from did not disappear. They cleared a space and they left behind the attention, the energy, the creative capacity that was previously split 4 ways. All of it came rushing towards one thing that I kept. And that one thing I kept started moving in a way that had never been when it was competing with the other four things for that 25% of me. So, anyway, what does this mean for you? How do you apply this focus to your business? Well, let's say, question one, what's your channel? Of everything you're currently building, running, working on, which one? Which one, if you gave it everything, has the clearest path to the biggest outcome? Not the one you have the most history with, not the one that's easiest right now, the one with the sharpest market need, the best fit you can actually know how to do, and the most defensible path to a breakthrough. That's your channel. Name it. Question two, what's it competing with? Make a list of everything else. Every project, every side hustle, every endeavor, everything you're saying yes to that is pulling attention away from that channel. These are not bad things. Some of them are things you love. The question is not whether they are good for you. The question is whether they are the channel. If they are not the channel, they're the competition. Get rid of them. And question three, Thesis. What are you willing to stop? This is the one that actually costs something. Focus is not about starting the right thing. Focus is about stopping the wrong things. What on your list are you willing to step back from, wind down, or let go of completely so that the channel you choose gets all of you instead of a fraction of you? Write it down. Make the decision and honor it. Listen, the discipline of focus is not measured on the day you make the decision. It's measured on the day a new opportunity shows up, something shiny, something exciting, something that feels important, and you say no because it's not the channel. That's the practice. That's where focus actually lives. One channel, all of you, until success. That's the strategy. I walked away from an events business, a creative media company, an apparel, e-commerce venture, things I built, things I was proud of, things that had real revenue. I did it because I finally understood that you can't water 4 plants and expect one of them to grow into a tree. My tree is network.ai. My channel is PodIQ. And everything I have, every hour, every decision, every conversation, it's going to go into that one thing until it wins. All right? Anyway, follow the journey. Check me out at PodIQ. Come back for future episodes. See how it's going. Don't leave me hanging. And while you're over there, why don't you subscribe, why don't you? You don't hang out this far. Anyway, what's your channel? What's your focus? What are your thing you got going on? Drop it in the comments. All right? Until next time, Mickey Black. This is the GRZY. See you later. Peace.